questions. So this is going to be not just a one-time thing. It's going to be an ongoing throughout the whole year. And so we're asking if you would consider each time you go to the grocery store maybe, or each week as part of your weekly giving, to bring an item, a non-perishable food item that is not expired and unopened, please. So that's going to continue, and we're going to present the hampers to the Fellowship Center every quarter. So we have the quarter to collect things, and then we'll bring that along. And hopefully that's going to come along with an opportunity to volunteer and bless the people that use the Fellowship Center. So, did you just make that?
No, it was in the earlier announcement.
Oh, okay. That's not the one I said. Jen, that's impressive. Okay.
Fellowship Center does need, they need socks.
Yes. So last week, thank you. Last week, there was an insert in the bulletin, and there was a list of things that have been a blessing to the Fellowship Center in the past. And so you can look at that list. Socks are on that list, as well as like personal care products are always helpful, and then obviously like non-perishable food items. Okay. Jen, do you have my slide for the book study? Okay, that's okay. Okay, so just this part is just a quick announcement because it's kind of last minute and I'm throwing it together. But while we have David Small here for the summer, we are, I guess the mission team, but me, I'm going to be leading a book study. So I don't know if you all saw Dave's book. Most Faceless People just came out in February. If you haven't read it, please pick up a copy and read it. It's very, very good. It is just wonderful stories. He has now put out a study guide to do a book study to go along with the book. And so it's an 8-session weekly study guide. You read the book and you do activities within the study guide. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a book study over the course of the summer. So we're going to do a summer book study. So it'll be Tuesday evenings from 7 till 9. We'll read the book and then go through the study. So everyone is welcome. It'll be here at Lakeside. We'll meet here, have some fellowship throughout the summer, because I know the summer is often quiet for fellowship. So if you're available, you don't have to come every week. You can come when you can. But it'll be Tuesdays. It'll be really interesting. We'll go through. There was a video about Dave eating bugs. There is the opportunity to eat bugs from Burma if you're interested. You don't have to, though. It's not a prerequisite. Okay. I guess I also don't have a slide for the presents. No. Okay. Okay. So we're going to I'm going to give you an update about the Friesens. So the Friesens are a family from our church who come from Kenora, from our church, Carson and Mihai, and their children, Cortez and Isabel. They are right now serving in Switzerland with YWAM. So YWAM is Youth with a Mission. If you're not familiar with that program, it's basically a Christian missionary program that was originally founded for youth to participate in, but they now have programs all over the world, and they offer outreach programs to over 180 different countries, which is kind of crazy. Their missions focus on evangelism, discipleship training, and mercy ministry, so like humanitarian aid. So we have a couple of, this update is more about answered prayer. So the Friesens have had quite a few answers to prayer recently. So Carson and Mihai just celebrated 20 years of marriage. Still talking about anniversaries. Cortez just had his wisdom teeth removed, and that was successful, no complications. I know that many of us were praying for that for them. And Cortez also just finished writing his final high school exams, which I haven't heard how that went. You haven't either? Okay. That will be in the next update, I suppose. They also wanted me to share about some of the outreach work that they have been involved in. So they are doing, YWAM within Lausanne is where they are in Switzerland. They do a quarterly outreach. So every quarter they do a big outreach program where they have music and preaching and dancing and worship, and they give out food and Bibles and just lots of conversation about God and kind of using that evangelism. And so they just had one in Lausanne, and they ended up having to change location apparently from where they normally do. And they said it was actually a blessing because it ended up being the best location that they've ever had. So it was in the middle of the city instead of by the lake, and it was in a busy intersection, and so they were able to actually see and talk to quite a few more people than they would have normally. So that was an answer to prayer, and they also asked us to continue to pray for outreach programs. So at the end of this discipleship training through YWAM, the students of the program go on an outreach program to a different country. 2 outreach programs come back, one from Tanzania and the other from 8 different European countries across the world. So he said they traveled 10,000 kilometers in 8 countries. They had 264 salvations, 6 healings, 4,000 people were prayed for, and their ministries included door-to-door evangelism, children's programs, church services, practical service, so like your mercy services, evangelism, orphanages, and sports programs. So they had quite the outreach program, and so they just asked that you continue to pray for the success of further outreach programs within Lausanne and then also throughout the world. And then they also asked for continued prayer for their own ministries and for God to continue to work through their family. And that's all.
Okay, so let's pray for our missionaries and for